Hi, I'm Jimmy Chang, and we're here to address the question, is rational expressions similar to operations with fractions? Well, the one thing you want to think about is rational expressions are expressed in fraction form, but the things that you do within the expressions themselves may not use fraction rules. Rather, they would use exponent rules. So here's a simple illustration as to what I mean by that. If you have 3xyz over 5x squared y, in some ways, this is a fraction, you're absolutely right, but and there's a numerator and denominator, but when it comes to simplification, more often than not, you're using rules of exponents as opposed to fractions. So, for example, 3 and the 5, they don't reduce, but with the x and x squared, you do simplify, but you end up using rules of exponents. The x and the x squared reduce here, the y's reduce completely, and you're left with the z as is because there's no z in the denominator. So when you're simplifying rational expressions, you're actually using properties of exponents more often than not, as opposed to rules involving fractions. So in this case, you have 3z in the numerator remaining, and in the bottom you have 5x. So the bottom line is, when it comes to rational expressions, you're using exponent rules, sometimes fraction rules, but not as much as exponent rules. So I'm Jimmy Chang, and that answers the question, is rational expressions similar to operations with fractions?